All right, let's bring in our panel. Robin Biro is a Democratic strategist, and Sabrina Schaefer is back with us as well. Sorry, got a little confused there in the prompter, but I'll get right back on track. Robin, let me ask you, of all the wild cards out there, besides Trump and Clinton themselves, and I'm talking about the other people that are going to be in the hall that we talked about, whether or not Bill Clinton's coming in, what do you think is the most unexpected thing tonight? What are you looking for?
The most unexpected to me was definitely President Obama's half-brother being there. I understand, though, that he was a supporter of Gaddafi, so, I think Donald Trump might have stepped on his foot with that one. And as far as other surprises, anything goes. Trump right now is polling as the most disliked presidential candidate in the history of polling.
But it's so close between these two candidates. I mean, it's really, it's like, I mean, they're both, seriously, I mean, people can't even take it. Sabrina, let me ask you, what is going on, do you think, with Bill Clinton may or may not come, may or may not shake hands? I mean, he's not going to shake hands with Melania, I guess. What's going on there in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it just sort of, once again, I feel like this is not good for Hillary Clinton, and because, Bill Clinton knows this is her moment to sort of act as if she is president, to make those last voters who maybe haven't, decided what they're going to do to want to go with her. And this makes it look like this is sort of a spectacle. I think the one thing that I'm looking for tonight from both candidates, and I think that this could be very helpful to Donald Trump if he's able to do this, is to talk a little bit about sort of restoring the nation starting on November 9th. There is so much divisiveness right now, so much anger and so much sort of upset over this election. I think that whoever is in the White House is going to have to do a lot to bring people back together again.
For sure. Robin, there's been a lot of speculation that Hillary Clinton, she's been out of the public eye this week. I mean, she's winning. Correct. She doesn't have to get out and talk. She's hanging back. She kind of wants to run out the clock. To me, the dominant strategy would be to go on stage tonight and kind of try and talk as little as possible. Do you think that's what she'll do?
I think that she's got to stay positive, for one. She's got to connect with the people. What I'm dying to hear her talk about, though, personally, is the status of forces agreement that we used when we entered into war in Iraq, because we went into war under the direction of President George W. Bush, and it had an expiration. We've never heard that discussed, as they've been accused of being the founder and co-founder of ISIS. No one's ever discussed that we had to exit. So I'm hoping to hear her or mention that tonight, that we exited per the Geneva Convention.
Well, we'll see. I'm sorry, we're out of time.
Vital.
We'll get you an extra one next time, Sabrina. Thank you.